Elon, NASA, SpaceX, they're all part of the club. They're all part of the deception club. But somehow along the way, I left out Mr. Bezos, Mr. Jeff Bezos, and his disgusting Blue Origin rocket. So let's take a look at this, and let me break it down for you.
Jeff, go. Mark, go. Wally, go. Oliver, you are going to space.
Alright, let's just pay attention to this. One, what's filming this? And two, is it a drone? And drones, I don't really see too many drones that pan up. This is CGI. This is complete CGI, or it's a hologram, which there's some evidence of right here. Watch this kind of just like fade in and out. And no, it's not a cloud. It's literally glitching of a hologram, which I have shown many times. But most importantly, literally most importantly, look at the mockery of this. Look at the shape of this. Listen to the words they say. Look at how they're literally having it bob up and down. It's complete mockery. It is saying,
not just clean in terms of beautifully performing, but what comes out of it, it's steam, right? Whew. To see the glow of the engine.
Watch this.
Orbital flight
in the bottom
with an all-civilian crew. In the middle.
Guys, that is not unintentional. They're mocking you, trying to help you here to see this. I want to make this real clear. My intention of doing these videos is 1000% pure and honest, and I want to wake people up to the fact that the people who launch these or claim to launch these are propagating the fact that space is real and that they're going to space, and they're trying to keep you in a prison mindset of not understanding the world you live in. And if I feel like I can point this out and open minds, then I feel like there's a chance that a large group of people can figure this out. And if we all figure this out, then all these elite, terrible people of the world, and I say elite loosely, you know, I don't think they're better than me. It's just a random phrase. Really, I want to say they're pieces of garbage, and they think they're better than us, and they can lie to us, and they can mock us with rockets that are shaped like phallics. So please wake up to this. It's important.
Are not physical objects, and I'm going to show you what NASA shows us versus what a real camera, a Nikon P900, the most powerful zoom camera in the world, shows us. Now here is NASA's CGI version of Saturn. And here's what Saturn really looks like. Now these planets are luminaries. They are the only wandering stars in the sky. And when you point a camera at the North Star, the stars around it always do perfect circles 365 days of the year. The constellations also align in the exact same spot every 365 days, which clearly means we are absolutely not doing this, not hurtling through space at millions of miles per hour and orbiting the sun and spinning at 1,000 miles per hour. How would we see the same constellations align in the exact same spot every 365 days? Not possible. Now look at this. This is the planet Venus, or a wandering luminary. It's just a light in the firmament traced in the night sky over an 8-year period. This is the pattern it creates every 8 years. This is not possible on the model that NASA is telling you. This is a divine creation. This is what our planets really look like, not this fake CGI nonsense. The Earth is a stationary realm with the stars fixated within the firmament. The stars are moving. We are stationary, just like the Bible told us, just like the Quran told us, and just like all of our ancient ancestors try to tell us. And here's your NASA CGI blue marble Photoshop image. Time to wake up. Peace and love.
Love to put it right in your face. NASA now displays the flat Earth model on their official website. Here we are, nasa.gov, NASA Earth System Observatory. Here we go. We're going to scroll down after we click the link. Click on this video here, and boom, there you have it. They are displaying the flat Earth model on their website. With the waters below, you have the flat circular Earth, you have the firmament. Here you have the biblical flat earth model compared to the one on NASA's website. Not much of a difference, guys. They love to put this stuff directly in your face. Remember, God told us in the book of Isaiah chapter 40 verse 22, it is He that sitteth upon the circle of the earth. Alright, they know that the earth is a circle, not a sphere. NASA also knows that we live under God's firmament. God told us in Genesis 1, and God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. The firmament, according to Hebrew cosmology, is a solid firmament dome that God placed over the earth to separate the waters above. Now it makes perfect sense why when you type in rocket launch, you can see every single rocket launch curves when they go up. It's because they're not actually leaving the earth. They can't because of God's firmament. And of course, they displayed this in their little model here as well. Right?
We have known Earth is round for thousands of years. How can you be so dumb? I know Earth is round because other people told me. Do you really think all other scientists are wrong?
Oh man. Don't you love how gravity makes me cling to Masonic balls?
I think it's so obvious that Earth is a globe that I spend hours each week trying to convince the flat earthers that they are wrong. I love to try to convince people who I think are wrong about the stupid things I know are right. I think they're so stupid to assume all the things they see, hear, feel, and see are correct without applying globular reasoning.
My name is Dick. I believe everything the news tells me. I don't think they would lie to me. I do not think the corporations, educational system, monetary system, and government have been co-opted for the benefit of the few and not the many.
I understand now. A lot of these people that are attacking me are Trekkies. They're science fiction lovers. Now I get it. Now it makes sense.
Okay, my brothers from Anata, we back again with another crazy video. And if you are like me, you question everything. And today we are going to question the intentions of the spaceman mega billionaire Elon Musk. Take a look at what we have here. This Elon Musk Starship spacecraft. It looks kind of odd, doesn't it? It has a very different shape from all of the spacecrafts that came before it from NASA. It almost looks like a bullet. And look at it right here. What is with this point at the end? It kind of looks like an arrowhead. You know, made to break through something. I don't know about you, but I have been questioning a lot of things lately, my brothers. This be some crazy shit. What if they are trying to use his starship to break through the firmament and let in the demons? Just remember, this is the same guy who wants to put a microchip into your brain. Yes, my brothers. The world better wake up soon. Be aware. It be some rough times up ahead. Good day.
So you're telling me the moon is 239,000 miles away, and those clouds are about 3 to 5 miles away. So that makes the moon 50,000 to 80,000 times further away than those clouds. Yet the moon is brightly lighting up the clouds around it, but not the other clouds in the sky. Wake up, people. You are smarter than this. This is common sense.
The New York City skyline is clearly visible from Harriman State Park's Bear Mountain 60 miles away. If Earth were a ball 25,000 miles in circumference, viewing from Bear Mountain's 1,283-foot summit, the Pythagorean theorem determining distance to the horizon being 1.23 times the square root of the height in feet, the NYC skyline should be invisible behind 170 feet of curved Earth. From Washington's Rock in New Jersey, at just a 400-foot elevation, it is possible on a clear day to see the skylines of both New York and Philadelphia in opposite directions, at the same time covering a total distance of 120 miles. If Earth were a ball 25,000 miles in circumference, both of these skylines should be hidden behind over 800 feet of Earth's curvature. It is often possible to see the Chicago skyline from sea level 60 miles away across Lake Michigan. In 2015, after photographer Joshua Nowicki photographed this phenomenon, several news channels quickly claimed his picture to be a superior mirage, an atmospheric anomaly caused by temperature inversion. While these certainly do occur, the skyline in question was facing right side up and clearly seen unlike a hazy illusory mirage, and on a ball Earth 25,000 miles in circumference should be 2,400 feet below the horizon.
Let's just go ahead and end this debate once and for all. Does the Bible ever say, word for word, that the earth is flat? The answer is, yes it does. Let's go to Revelation 20 verses 9. And they went up on the breadth of the earth. So we go to the biblical usage of this word here, breadth. The original word in the Greek is platos, which comes from the Strong's Concordance G4116, which is the root word platus, which means to spread out flat. So this word breadth here means to spread out flat. They went up on the spread out flat earth. Now before you say I'm digging, let me remind you that the logo that the United Nations uses right here is the same logo as the flat earth map. It's identical. You can see Antarctica is actually an ice wall that surrounds the flat earth. It's not actually a continent. Not to mention, this is actually the map that all pilots use. And the Bible actually talks about this as well. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the depth is referring to the ocean. Compass means a circular boundary, that's the biblical usage. So God set a circular boundary upon the face of the ocean. And by the way, in geometry, face means a flat surface. So God set a circular boundary upon the flat surface of the ocean. When he gave to the sea his decree that the waters should not pass his commandment. So God literally created a container, or a decree, a circular boundary, so that the waters would not pass his commandment. This is because water requires a container, because water always finds its level. God wouldn't have to create a container to contain all the water to keep it from passing his commandment if the earth was a ball and the gravity was actually real and it was actually all just sticking to the ball. This is fake. Just go look at some pictures of Antarctica. It's a perfect ice wall that's holding all the water in. Absolutely beautiful.
Hello there, I'm a globe believer. Earth is a spinning ball in space. I also trust the science. There are 72 genders. Men can menstruate and have babies. I trust my government. My government is always looking for my best interests and protects me. I believe everything that's written on our school books. The Rockefellers want a nation of thinkers, not a nation of workers.
Space-time is imperceivable by definition. Gravity! What is it? We all remember how the theory came about, but what is gravity actually made of? They say it's the bending and warping of space-time. Well, what is space-time? We know the definition of space. It defines an area, void of anything. And we know the definition of time and where it came from. It's a human construct developed off of the sundial, the position of the sun over the earth. But then we got space-time, which is the concept of time and three-dimensional space regarded as fused in a four-dimensional continuum. So wait, four-dimensional? Can we even perceive that? So I had to ask, can we even perceive the fourth dimension? And Google told me, we simply cannot perceive the fourth dimension. While we can't directly visualize four-dimensional space, math provides tools for representing and comprehending it, expanding our geometric understanding. But don't worry, math provides the tools in helping us comprehend it at least. How? Oh, we have hints of the fourth dimension. It's been detected by physicists. I wonder who. Wouldn't you know it? Albert Einstein with his theory of special relativity. That's how we found the clues to the fourth dimension and how to comprehend it, through his theory of the bending and warping of space-time. Theory of bending and warping of space-time. It's funny how these big imaginations just started going wild off of this apple falling.
I used to wholeheartedly believe in the conventional understanding of a round spinning earth. The educational system, both in public and private schools, deeply ingrained this worldview in me, discouraging any questioning. For years, I never thought to challenge this perspective and truly see the Earth for what it was, or for what I now believe it to be. My mind was under a spell, captivated by an illusion that I accepted as reality. Then, around 2020, I started encountering discussions about flat earthers more frequently. Initially, I dismissed the idea as absurd, but my curiosity got the better of me. I wanted to understand why people were fervently embracing this unconventional belief, so I embarked on my research journey. As I delved into various materials, something began to change. I can't pinpoint a specific moment, but gradually, it felt as if a veil over my mind was lifting. The content I encountered started to make sense, presenting logical arguments that challenged the mainstream narrative. Particularly, the concept of the absence of curvature in the ocean resonated with me. It was a turning point, leading me to question the spherical Earth model. My personal background, serving in the Marine Corps in the late 80s, provided a unique perspective. Spending almost 2 years at sea, including a 6-month stint during operations in the Persian Gulf, I manned a 30mm automatic deck gun on a transformed military platform. My duty involved scanning the ocean for surface contacts. During this time, I never observed the expected curvature. The realization that ships could be brought in and out of view without encountering any obstruction due to Earth curvature was a profound revelation. The more I delved into flat Earth research, the more astonished I became. I had never noticed the intricacies of our reality, blindly accepting what I was taught by teachers and professors. It made me question the narrative. Why would they lie? It wasn't necessarily intentional deception. They too were likely victims of misinformation. Embracing this unconventional perspective required humility, an open mind, and a willingness to step out of my comfort zone. Discovering that the Earth is not a globe felt similar to realizing there is no Santa Claus or Easter Bunny. Once the truth settled in, it became a solid reality, aligning with common sense and my own observations. In my eyes, contemporary voices have continued the legacy of questioning established beliefs, much like the 19th century scholars who paved the way for intellectual exploration. For anyone curious about flat Earth, I recommend exploring the 200 Proofs Why the Earth is Not a Spinning Ball by Eric Dubay. It might just be the journey you need to reassess everything you thought you knew about our planet.
Alright, part 1 and part 2 of why it matters. Get a lot of the same questions on these videos about the flat Earth. Why does it matter? Why does it matter if it's flat or round? Here's the issue. So in part 1, we look at cosmology. Part 2, we look at the Bible. Part 1, doesn't matter what your God is or who you think God is or a higher power. If there's anything out there besides us, where is it? Okay? That's the most basic question. Is that's why it matters between flat Earth and a sphere. So if you believe modern cosmology, you believe the Earth is spinning at 1,000 miles per hour, it goes around the sun at 66,000 miles per hour, and our galaxy goes around other galaxies at even faster rate of speed than that. So, and then light years away, we have stars, and the universe is always getting bigger. So if that's true, modern cosmology, if it's true, where is God? Where is a higher power? Where is whatever? Way, way out there somewhere? 8, 9 billion light years away? Where's paradise? Where's nirvana? Where's whatever you believe in? Where is it? It's beyond the last star? Another dimension? No. Doesn't make any sense. Think about it. So if you believe modern cosmology, where does God exist? Where? That's why it matters. That's the reason it matters whether the Earth is flat or round, because in a flat Earth, there is a God. He's right above us. He sits on a throne right above us. That's why it matters. If you believe in a round spinning ball Earth, you believe that whatever power there is 8 billion light years away or even farther away, or some sort of entity that you can't describe or some other dimension. And none of that makes sense. That's why it matters if the Earth is flat or if it's round. If it's round, there is no God, or he's somewhere way out there. If it's flat, there is a God. He wrote a Bible. He sent his son to the earth, and he's right above us on his throne. That's why it matters. The most common question I get on the flat Earth videos, why does it matter? And that's the reason it matters.
I totally get that you're busy. You've got personal things going on in your life. Lots of distractions on the news, given from the mainstream media. There's a lot going on. But I don't know if you realize this, but it's been over a year since the Georgia Guidestones were blown up, and nobody's talking about it anymore. And if you don't know what the Georgia Guidestones are, it's a bunch of tall stone tablets where it has written on them the same exact text in a bunch of different languages. One of the wonderful things that whoever put up this monument thought to put on here was maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. If you do the math, that's like a 90% reduction in the current claimed population of the Earth. But other than just saying some weird stuff like we should kill everybody, it also had some astronomical features. One, the channel through the stone indicates the celestial pole, Polaris. Talk about that in a second. The horizontal slot indicates the annual travel of the sun. And 3, sunbeam through the capstone marks noontime throughout the year. Now that channel that they were talking about drilled through the rock is this hole right here. And you could have walked up to this hole at any time of the year, day or night, and this hole would be aiming at Polaris, the celestial pole. Riddle me this. How are we supposed to believe this worked if this is the movements of our solar system? The entire solar system is moving 500,000 miles an hour, 4.9 billion miles in a single year through space. We're tilted on an axis, precessing, wobbling, while we're supposed to believe we're orbiting the sun at 66,616 miles an hour on average. And all of the stars above our head are supposed to be expanding away from us from the Big Bang, doing their own individual movements. And we're supposed to believe that we're on a round rock, and we could set a rock on this rock that aims at Polaris 24/7 when we're supposed to be doing this? Someone make sense of this. I know it's a lot to realize that current cosmology is off, but it's actually admitted by people like Michio Kaku, who admit that cosmology, the current cosmology, is off by 10 to 120th power. And this channel and this guidestone right here definitively disproves the ideology which suggests that we're on a spinning magical water ball doing all of these astronomical motions around the sun and through a space vacuum that doesn't exist. This truth, it's uncomfortable. It's gonna really twist and turn your brain. But once you realize that everything is cyclical and the sky is a clock, and the Georgia Guidestones, that horizontal hole that was cut into those stones, it measured the equinoxes and solstices of the year. Why do you think that the sun makes this analemma every year? It makes this infinity shape. And we have to believe that a Mars-sized planet came and hit the Earth and caused all of this cyclicalness? Yeah, right, buddy. The Earth's flat, and we live on the inertial plane or block domain wall of the magnetic perturbation that starts at the center of the Earth. There's no South Pole. And when you look at the movements of the wandering stars, or so-called planets, and then you look at a magnetic field, something might be going on. I suggest that maybe the sky moves off magnetism and not gravity.